Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I know it's been a minute since I made like a real video. I actually wanted to go over the combat and stuff in Visions of Mana coming up because I was shocked when I played through this demo and found out like what it was and what it entails. So I feel like, and I could be mistaken, but I have a feeling or a fear that a lot of people are going to pick this game up or not pick this game up because it's a mana game. It doesn't have like the Final Fantasy tag, and what's the last Mana game that we got? It was Trials of Mana, which was a remake of SD3 or Seiken Densetsu 3. So, the combat in this game and the gameplay is way more complex than I thought it was gonna be, and I really enjoyed it. So what I want to do first off is go over the systems inside the menu, and then I'm going to show you some short combat stuff, and then I'm going to show you something cool from the boss fight to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. So my guesstimate is you're going to have either 5 or 6 characters to choose from, and again, this may be information available out there online. I'm going strictly off sight reading. You can see right here there's very easily enough room on either side of these characters for 2 more characters. And if you also look at the load screen, you'll see here there's room to the right for 2, if not 3 more characters. So you're gonna get to choose a party. There's also the team setup menu, where you can change the party lineup. So again, there's gonna be multiple characters to choose from. But within that, there's several decisions you're going to have to make. The first is, of course, playing characters you want to play as. Like, out of these 3 right here, I actually like the 2 on the right, Val and Karina. Not a real fan of Morley right now. Just weird cat-rat thing. I don't know. His hat is also, like, not really sitting on his head, and not really me. I was going to make a comment on them being furry, but honestly, all these characters are furries, except for the Val, as far as I can tell. Karina's a dragon girl, and from the splash screen you get when you finish the game, 2 of the other characters are like a squirrel and something else, and then there's also like a skunk guy. Like all the characters are furry, so it is just what the game is at this point. It definitely takes place in the future from SD 2 and 3. Anyways, so what I wanted to talk about, of course, first you got your strategy where you can pick, what they do, who they're targeting. It's like a very watered down gambit system where you don't really get to choose much, but you can, to some extent, you can to some extent customize how they act in combat. So that's nice in general. But again, it's AI party members. It's something that I'm not big on, but yeah, just sometimes I just have to deal with it, I guess. So the second thing is this elemental plot. As you can see, every element in the game is going to have its own elemental plot. I believe this is light, and this is wind, which is sylph, and then the blue one's going to be water, then fire, earth, nature. I don't know what the second from last is, I forget, and then the last one's darkness. Actually, no, you know what, it's light and dark, because this isn't light, this is lunar, or moon magic. So each of these can only be equipped to 1 character. So currently, I have Val on Moon, and then I have Morley on Wind. And unfortunately, since the demo only gives you the 2, Karina doesn't get to have a class, so she is her base class, which you can kind of see here. You can go to gear. No, it's Vessel. You can go to Vessel, and you can see that she is her base class of Oracle. She uses spears. Now, what's cool is each of these classes, between the characters, actually has different weapon sets. So as a Nomad, Morley, and also as a Nightblade, actually, Morley uses knives, and has different class strikes, which is limit breaks, effectively. But as a Ranger, he uses a katana. Similarly, Val uses, in his current form, he uses a sword, spear and a shield. But when you first start the game up, he is going to be this class, which uses a Zweihander, sorry, greatsword. And there's also a guard that he can be, which is a one-handed sword. So, a small sword. So yeah, they all have, like, their own, like, it's, oh, and sorry, I'll go ahead and go over the Oracle real quick, or her real quick. Same thing, her base class uses spears, but her first 2 classes use fans. So this is the first part, right? Not only are you picking your favorite characters, but you're also trying to pick the class that you want to play as with the weapons and skill sets that you want. Now, some of it does cross over. For instance, both of her classes here use fans, and these 2 skills all of these skills can be used by any class once you learn them. The only thing the vessel, the class itself, affects is the weapon that you can equip, the armor that you can equip, the class strike, and it looks like base stats as well. You can see on the right, like if I switch to Aegis, he gets, 12 attack, etc. I think part of the reason he gets that much attack power compared to the Rune Knight is just because he gets so much magic attack, and also I don't have... I bought the Horn Lance. I bought a new weapon and shield for him in the town that you get to. So all that's cool, all that's great. And then within the actual elemental plots, you can see here, you learn abilities. They cost, if you look at the top, you see EP. This last ability that I haven't purchased costs 15 EP. I think you get EP when you level up, I'm not sure. And if you look on the very top right, you see it says 13, those are gold clovers. Those can be switched 1-for-1 with EP. So if I had 2 more gold clovers and 0 EP, I could actually just buy this skill with gold clovers, and I would then have the Flame Saber ability. And you can also see that each elemental affinity gives you, a range of skills you can choose from. Like Ripple Rune's really cool. Imbues, this is like something you're going to want to go for pretty quickly if you like the weapon enchantments. Imbues effects of saber magic on entire party when casting on self. So you'll use this on a, you'll want to beeline this if you're planning on using a party of, melee, not really magic using folks. So there's also, taunting mechanics, aggro mechanics. So, I mean, you can see right here, Howl Mark is a shock, lets out a fearsome shockwave, chance of drawing an enemy's attention for 3 MP, which you can see the MP amounts there. 3 MP is not bad. You can usually at least cast this one per regular encounter. Same with Marley and Karina, I think their names are. I'm getting better. So, for instance, Marley, if he's using daggers, in his base class, he can't use these abilities, but in a class that has daggers equipped, he now has, anytime during base, you stagger, press X, and the staggering is what I want to get into in a moment. The same thing here, huge cross slash if you charge it, and then you also get to press and hold Y to slash like crazy in a really cool super speedy manner. Again, I don't like the way he looks, but I do like the whole thief aspect of him, so we'll see. So, we talked about staggering a moment ago.
I'll deal with this.
Let me get people back on the classes I want them first. So, I want you to be a Nomad, and I want you to be an Aegis. Okay. So, it's talking about staggering, right? If you just do an X button combo, you get this. Which is, a 4-hit attack string. Well, more than 4 hits, but it's a 4 movement attack string. But if you stagger it, you get an air combo. I think I actually held it down there. So, let's stagger it a little bit, and now you get this air combo. And of course, if you hold it down, you're going to get the base attack, but then you're going to get the cross slash, which has got a bit of a forward arc, area of effect, and of course, it makes it so you're not committed to an attack. You can, back dodge out of it or forward dodge out of it or whatever.
I'll carry on from here.
So the same is kind of, well, not the same. This is different with this particular class, right? So this is a defensive class made for, you have my taunt here. Can't use it because I'm not in combat. And then I have a series of shield attacks I can do. And then, of course, I also have a 4-hit normal attack string. Now, what's cool about this class is it's very defensive. You can actually hold down this button, and now I'm blocking. It actually blocks all, as far as I could tell, all incoming attacks, maybe just projectiles. And if you hold down long enough, it increases the size of the shield, and now it's huge like this. Not only does this increase its defensive capabilities, but it actually increases the damage that your shield combo does. When it wears off, we'll go check it on these enemies, kind of to get an idea of what the difference is. Okay, so I'm gonna go fight this Chobun Hood. I'm gonna hit it with a triangle once. So there, 27 damage. If I let this fully charge, 39 damage. So it's a significant damage increase. So the nuance with this class, as far as the attack strings go, is the full shield attack. The shield is actually stronger than the spear, and it becomes even more so when you fully charge it. Or maybe it's not. Maybe the spear is better until you charge the shield. But the thing with the shield combo is that it has a long recovery on the final attack of the animation.
You're mine.
Like I was holding the button so you can see, you know, when I started moving. But you can actually cancel the recovery animation with a normal attack. So now you're continuing your attack string. And, well, hang on. You want to do one attack. I'm mashing. And now I can get out. But the reason that's important is because it'll let you get into guarding position quicker. So you're doing this, boom, and now I'm guarding.
Guard us.
So you get to guard much quicker. And that's just a small nuance of the combat. You, of course, have air combos where you can see attacks kind of straight down, straight up and then down. So on a high flying enemy, the first attack might miss, but the second one will hit. So there's a nuance with that as well. You can dash, of course, and you have the unidirectional or omnidirectional dodge mechanic. There's no stamina, so you can do it all you want to. There's no iframes here. It's just about speed. And yeah, that's everything with that one. And then if we want, real quick, we can switch him to Rune Knight. And we're also going to put her just as a fan class so I can show off her attack animations. So he is like a completely different character now. He's a much heavier fighter, a little less nimble, but has a lot more power behind his attacks. And he, of course, also has Spin to Win, because you can't use his Y-hander without Spin to Win. And that can change into it can change from combos. So you can do 1, 2, 3, hold, spin to... Well, no, didn't work. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, hold, spin to... Really?
You're mine.
Maybe you can't. What if you do 2? There it is. Okay, so you can do attack, hold, spin to win. So that way you're not stuck with that animation for very long. I might actually check. I wonder if you can dash cancel. We'll check that in a second. I want to see if you can dash cancel the shield, what you call it. But yeah, for her, same thing. She has the normal attack string. Can she dash cancel? She cannot. Well, kind of. A little bit. I think it's actually just going through the full recovery. And again, she has a stagger animation where if you do that, you go in the air and you get an air combo. In addition, she can actually attack with Flammy, or Calico, or whatever its name is. Ranko. But yeah, so she can basically fight with the dragon. She has like a completely different attack string. You can't charge it, and you know, there's some animations there for her to dismount. So there's a lot going on here as far as the combat. That's not even getting into, like, you know, I have my quick menu here where I can use skills and stuff.
I'll deal with this.
Does he have skills?
I got this.
He doesn't have any skills he can use with his way-hander, but let's see if I can find an enemy somewhere. Oh, something else that I love about this game, by the way, I've complained about this in Final Fantasy 16, Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda, and a ton of other games. I hate when there's collectibles everywhere, and you have to press a button to pick up items. And, yes, the game auto picks up items. So all these items everywhere that you're grabbing, you don't have to mash A, which is wonderful. But yeah, see, you have this quick bar here where you can do that. and basically use like certain abilities on the fly, and you can do the same here. With the katana, this is his attack string. It's very fast. Of course, I don't have any katana skills left. He also has this quick draw that lets him dodge backwards, which is super cool. So, you know, you're attacking with him, you need to get out. He actually has like a quick attacking backdash that lets him get out and do an attack. So again, just so many nuances with this combat. It's actually kind of incredible. I think I'm gonna check this and discover that it wasn't, that you can't do it. But I want to try it anyways. So if I do,
I'm on it. I'll carry on from here.
if I do my triangle attacks, you can actually dash cancel that. That recovery's way quicker. Okay, so I just learned a thing. And you can dash and then go into a dodge or a guard. So again, super cool, like little minor mechanical things. And with every, you know, we'll say all 5 characters, each having 8 different classes. And I'm guessing they'll have 3 to 4 weapons between them. Of course, she's going to be fans and spears. He's going to be katanas and daggers. He's going to be spears and swords. But for all we know, there's, you know, I would imagine there's like an axe for him. Probably maybe a boomerang for him. And I don't know what else she might get. And of course, we don't know what the other characters use either. Or there may only be the 6 weapons and everybody just uses those 6. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I'll have to talk about this while showing the footage. I fought the final boss of the demo, which is a Kraken. And you can kind of see how omnipotent, I guess, the actual blocking with the shield is, where I'm just like absorbing the tentacle attacks, and it made me feel like really tanky. In action games like this, you don't usually get to feel tanky. You just get to feel like you're getting shoved around if you didn't dodge good. But, you know, being able to hold down the shield and absorb the attacks from the Kraken without getting knocked around was super cool. So, there's a lot of nuances to that. The story itself, it looks like it's going to be very Final Fantasy X, where you're just a group of people who have to go sacrifice yourself at the designated place that's just conveniently on the opposite side of the world from where you are. This is your world map, and as you can see, my guess is we start on the bottom left of this current island and then work our way north, and the mountains right there where that red tree mark is where the demos picks up, and then you jump on that boat and move forward. So again, I don't know how far into the game, like how many dungeons or whatever is between the starting point and there. And I also don't know how much is, you know, on these other continents, and if there's, because I mean, there's more space here than the map is showing. I mean, there's so much space down here. I can't imagine this is the entire world, right? Because I mean, it took an hour to get from that bottom tree to the ship boss. An hour and a half, and I mean, this island is just, I mean, if you flip this island upside down, it's basically the same size as the biggest island, give or take a little bit. So the scale's a little weird. I'm thinking there's a lot more, especially down here in the southern and western hemisphere. I think there's a lot more game that we're not able to see. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about some of this stuff because, like I said, I feel like maybe a lot of people might avoid this game if they're not already Mana fans, but this is kind of next level. I want this game to do well. The only notch I have against it is the fact that it's not online multiplayer. I really feel like it should be online multiplayer. I mean, I don't know why you would have a game with 3 party members like this and not have it be multiplayer. I mean, that's what these games were known for back on the SNES, where they used the multi-tap and you could play with 2 friends. And it also has the thing where, you know, you have to kind of pause the game to cast spells a lot. So I'm back, you know, back on my current file. If you look at this, if I want to cast a spell, I have to bring up this menu, and I have to be like, okay, well, the whole game is paused. I want to cast Defenseless on this thing. And it's not the slowest thing ever. She didn't even do it. She literally didn't even do it. I also don't know what that is. That happens sometimes, and I don't know what it is. I have yet to see what ability she's using or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what's causing that to happen.
I'll carry on from here.
It's not you. Yeah, I don't know why, like,
Okay.
time stops like that. I got no idea. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to go through how cool I thought this was compared to what I thought it was going to be. And I went from, I'm not going to buy it because there's no multiplayer, to I am buying this game and playing it all the way through. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see me stream this or talk about other such games, let me know in the comments below. And of course, likes, comments, subscriptions, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Deuces, dummies.